Why do you think each individual was motivated to go to Hill House?
Luke was motivated by his family to stay at Hill House to keep him in out of petty trouble. The doctor was motivated to prove to his peers the validity of his paranormal research. Theodora was motivated to come for adventure and a chance to experience something out of the ordinary, while Eleanor, the saddest of them all, was motivated to go to Hill House as a way to escape the loneliness and the mundaneness of her pitiful life under her sister's thumb. It's really sad.
What motivates the Dudleys to stay at Hill House?
There's a couple theories that I have to why the Dudleys stay at Hill House. Because obviously they fear it somewhat because they won't stay after it gets dark. But there's also some things that they do that contradict that they completely fear it. Or maybe they feared enough to respect it. But I also have like kind of a running theory that they love the house. Because, I mean, you can see that Miss Dudley takes really good care of it. She makes a great effort to keep the house in pristine condition, and she even gets really upset when the guests insult the house. But I mean, you could also interpret that as her fearing the house, fearing what could happen if the house were to be provoked by these insults. Maybe she's scared of that happening. But also, I mean, or also, you could think maybe that the reason they stay is because the house has some kind of spell on them. Like that it had on Eleanor, that we can see like she was under this spell up until she crashes into the tree. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that could be motivating them. Maybe they owe the owners something or somewhat that keeps them at Hill House. But I don't think we're really going to truly know, but there's a lot of things that could be holding them to Hill House.
What is your favorite part of the novel?
My favorite part of the book is the ending. This might sound kind of twisted, but when Eleanor crashed into the tree, this was the most coherent part of the book. After all the hazy, dreamlike writing, we finally found ourselves on the other side of it, and it feels like as an audience, we're finally able to take a breath of air after being underwater, because of like the hazy, dreamlike kind of writing that Shirley Jackson has. It's almost like we were thrust into reality as like Eleanor's been under this spell of our narrator. Eleanor has been under this spell of absurdity and bizarrety of the house, and we're finally thrust back into reality as she crashes into the tree, but it's like too late. So I don't know. There's something about that I just really liked.
What do you make of the line "Journeys end in lovers meeting"?
Okay, so you could go a lot of ways with this, but my main running theory is that this line that she repeats over and over again in the book is just foreshadowing of Eleanor falling in love with the house. We are meant to believe that she's saying this line because she's wanting to have some kind of love story with Luke. But I don't, or even Theodora, which I think was more of like a love friendship kind of thing, you know? But I think the reality of it was that the author was foreshadowing Eleanor falling in love with the house or falling under the spell of the house anyway.
Would you spend a week in Hill House?
I would not. I mean, if you look at what happened with Eleanor, her going nuts, climbing up this like rackety pair of stairs to the library tower thing, like I just don't want to risk that for myself. A little bit of self-preservation, if you will say, but also I don't do good with cold and the cold spots. It's just not gonna work for me. I don't like being cold, and I don't like feeling suffocated by a sweater, so definitely no dice. Finally, I also don't think I would appreciate Miss Dudley's cooking. I'm very picky, and I doubt she will cook me oven pizzas, so no.